Hello and good morning, and welcome to AskAWebGeek. My name is CJ Gilbert, and I'll be your host this morning. We're coming to you live from the web jungle. We're in the web cave, and we're here to answer any questions that you have on websites, marketing, email campaigns. I know that you have a business and you're working hard on it, and that's the reason that you're here this morning watching this video. And I want to say congratulations, you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. And I'm here to help. How can I help you? How can we and our community help you? This starts as a Facebook group. Please join our Facebook group, AskAWebGeek. That's where we go live with the show, and then it turns into a YouTube show and a podcast. So however you're listening to us, however you found us in any of those channels, we're glad you're here this morning. If you have any questions for us to answer on the show, please come to our Facebook group, create a post, and ask your question there. I'm also on Twitter, AskAWebGeek. If you're a Twitter user, please feel free to tweet any questions at me that you have, okay? We're looking for your questions so we can answer them live on the show. And there's been a really great side effect of our show, and that is people are asking questions in the Facebook group, and then other people in our community are immediately jumping in with answers that they have. And that is so exciting. It's not just me. It's not just this one web geek. This one web geek is the one behind the mic here answering your questions, but really our entire community is here to serve you and answer your questions and offer you support. So I'm really excited about that. I have our live studio audience down with me here. I'm talking to Garrison and Betty right now, and I'll be looking at their questions, and as other people jump into the call, I'll be greeting them and inviting them to comment and ask questions. That's all coming through our Facebook group. So if you wonder how that's happening and where that's happening, it's in our Facebook group, AskAWebGeek, and so that's where we're live during the recording and looking for those questions and comments. All right, so let's jump right into the material. Somewhat of a brief show planned for you this morning, but you never know what's going to happen. You never know what benefit you'll receive. All I know is that I'm doing the right thing at the right time, and if you're on the other side of your screen or the other side of your podcast player and you're seeing me or hearing me, that means you're in the right place too. And we've connected right now in this moment in time for some reason. I don't know what it is yet. Maybe you'll tell me. Maybe please do. Tell me what the reason is that we've connected today and what benefit you've received from it. And then I'll know my purpose and I'll keep going with the show. Okay? Am I going to say anything else silly before I switch off my camera? I don't think so. Nothing ridiculous is coming to mind. Oh! I do want to share one thing with you before I switch the camera, and that is I want to share our featured animal of the week is Gary. Gary, my gorilla. Have you met Gary? I think he was in a show earlier. One of the first couple shows I referenced Gary, but I want to share Gary with you one more time. He's one of my permanent residents in my web jungle here with me. Gary the gorilla, Gary Gorillison, is with us this morning. So he's right next to me. If you have any questions for me or you have any questions for Gary, do let us know. He's going to be sitting right here next to me. You won't see him on the camera, but just know if you have any questions for Gary, he's right here and I can bring him back at any moment, okay? Here we are, Ask a Web Geek with CJ Gilbert. I am your web safari guide, and this is the show where we say, what would you like to ask a web geek? I'm a speaker and a teacher, and I teach business owners that your website is your number one tool. Your website is your number one tool to grow and support your business. And I believe if you think of it like that, it can enhance each aspect of your business. A well-built website will attract more customers. They'll help you make more sales. It will enhance your customer service, which increases your efficiency. All of these things increase your productivity. All of these things help you save time, save money, and ultimately serve your clients better, faster, and easier. We'll be going over just a couple ideas of how you'll be able to do that in today's show. But first, I want to say congratulations. If you're listening to my voice right now, if you're watching me on one of the video players, then I want to say congratulations. You're here because you want to improve your business and you're taking the steps to do so. And I say good for you. You're in the right place at the right time. And I want to acknowledge you. There's only small percentage of people who take the time to work on themselves and work on their business and improve their situation. And you are in that elite group of people that's working on yourself and your business. So I want to say congratulations. I'm glad you're here this morning. Hi, Melissa. I see you've joined the call. I'm really glad you're here with us live this morning. Thanks for being here. I invite our studio audience to ask any questions, make any comments you like as we go along. If you have any questions specifically about something you're struggling with, ask it right now. We'll ask live questions anytime we can do so. So please let me know if you have any questions. All right. I want to tell you just a little bit about the AskAWebGeek show and how it's positioned. Melissa, that's no problem. She says, good morning, I'm coming in late. No problem. Would you believe we just got started a few minutes ago? It's probably not going to be a very long show this morning, but we're really glad that you've joined us here this morning. And that's okay. The time is a wibbly wobbly thing on the internet, because we're recording it on one day, but it may be days, weeks, months later that you watch it or hear this program. So, time is irrelevant, Melissa, here in the jungle, because you can go back to the beginning of the show and it's like you haven't missed anything. So glad you're here with us this morning. So we're on the AskAWebGeek show. Let me tell you all the different places that you can check us out and become involved. It all starts here in our Facebook group. That's where I'm recording the show. That's where I broadcast live every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. We go live into our Facebook group first. We invite our studio audience to jump on the call here with us so that they can be making comments, they can ask questions, they can interact as much or as little as they want to in the call. Just check us out, just watch, click those like and love buttons as much as you like. I love that. I appreciate that. And chime in with your comments. I want you to be talking back to me the entire show. I will read every one of your comments if it's appropriate. I will answer any question that I absolutely can. And if for whatever reason your question requires more research or more time, I will do that, come back to you with the answer next week. But if I can answer your question live right now on the show, I will do that. So here's how it works. We're live first in that Facebook group, AskAWebGeek. Then we start there. I kick it off with the live show. We chat for a few minutes, sometimes longer than others. Never know. Depends on the audience and what we're talking about. And then the show begins officially. Now, at that point, that's where the show starts for our YouTube audience and our podcast. But I do have a little bit of kind of intro chat and exiting chat at the beginning and the end, and that stuff is only available on our Facebook group. So if you want to get all the bonus material, if you want to be involved in the most way possible, you'll want to join our Facebook group, AskAWebGeek. You can search Facebook or come to our website, AskAWebGeek.com, and you'll find a link to it there. In fact, we'll take a field trip over to the website in just a second. So let me just share with you again. Join our Facebook group, AskAWebGeek. Would you please also subscribe on YouTube? In fact, right now, let's jump over to the slides right now. Click the right thing, CJ. Here we are. So here you can see, if you're watching on video, this is our website, AskAWebGeek.com. You'll see that green button right there is to join our Facebook group. That'll hop you over to Facebook. So do that, join our Facebook group. There's a couple questions like, who are you? How'd you hear about us? And then I'll make sure that you're approved and you can join that group. And then would you also please click this blue button? That's going to jump you over to YouTube. Really, really would appreciate your subscription on YouTube. That's going to help the show grow on YouTube. Joining the Facebook group helps it grow here on Facebook. Joining the subscribing on YouTube helps it grow on YouTube. We want to reach people whichever platform that they're most comfortable with. So you can find all those links and details here at AskAWebGeek.com. So would you please join our Facebook group, subscribe on YouTube, and then follow us on Twitter. We're also on Twitter, AskAWebGeek, and feel free to tweet along with the show whenever you're watching the show in the future at midnight. Doesn't matter what time of day or night you're watching the show. If you have a comment, you just want to shout that out to me on Twitter, please do. You can write to me, AskAWebGeek. That's where you'll find me on Twitter. Ask me any shows, make any comments, even as you're tweeting along with the show. Some people like to do that. There's podcasts and they encourage their audience to tweet along with the show. If you think about it, you can throw in the hashtag AAWG for AskAWebGeek, or use the full hashtag AskAWebGeek, or just at AskAWebGeek. However you do it, I appreciate it. So follow on Twitter and feel free to ask any questions that you have there. And then Betty's saying that the video is not running for her. Can someone else chime in and let me know if you can still see the video? We'll figure out if it's Betty or me or somewhere in the middle. And then finally, it becomes a podcast, and I hope that it is at the podcast player of your choice. I know for sure we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Google Podcasts. I have links to both of those right from our website, AskAWebGeek.com. So if you're an Apple or an Android user, you should be able to get it there. And yet there's many other podcast services and players, so give us a search at your favorite player. However you find us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or the podcast, we're glad that you're here this morning with us. Disclaimer, you must be willing to have your question or issue addressed in a public forum. It's basically a public show. It's a public Facebook group. We do ask people to, there's a super brief kind of approval process where someone says, hey, can I join? And I say, yeah, you sure can. So after that really thorough evaluation, we allow them into the group. So it's a public group, publicly available on YouTube, publicly available as a podcast. I want to answer any of your questions that we can. I just want to make sure it's okay with you that whatever you bring up, whatever you offer up as bait in our show, I'm going to jump on it, and I hope that's okay because we're a public show. So I'm going to ask you to screen your own questions and make sure it's okay that I answer those. Password fields are always hidden. Sensitive information, if you can let me know ahead of time, will hide or obscure in some way. But otherwise, I want to answer and address any questions I can right here on the show. Also, this is not legal or professional advice. I want to encourage you to have an attorney, have a CPA, have certified business professionals in your life that you turn to when you're making those decisions. I am not an attorney. I am not a CPA. I'm a web geek. I know a lot about websites and HTML and CSS and how people use services and tools. I've spent all of my life in the computer jungle, which then became the web jungle. And so I've become a native. And I know how to get through the jungle. So if you've got questions here in the web jungle, that's what I'm here to answer for you. If you have questions regarding any legal or business or professional advice, you need to turn to one of your professional people for that, okay? And I know a lot of great people, especially here in San Diego. If you need someone like that, please reach out to me, CJ at AskAWebGeek.com, and I'll be happy to make an introduction. Remember, you accept responsibility for everything. CJ Gilbert and the Ask a Web Geek show is not responsible for any changes you make to your website, social media, or any other marketing platform. You accept responsibility for everything. You are responsible for everything, including your own success. Who am I? I'm CJ Gilbert. I've been a web developer for over 20 years. I know a lot about websites and internet and computers and tools that we use online, and I would love to answer any questions that you have regarding any of those things. I know that technology and websites and internet stuff creates a lot of anxiety for people, and it prevents them from moving forward in their business. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to support you. My business is serving your business. I want you to do more business. I want you to do better business. And I want you to not get hung up. As I say a lot, the internet is a jungle, and it's easy to get lost. It's easy to fall down that rabbit trail of social media or get stuck in some hole, some trap, some tool you're trying to use, but it's just not letting you do it. You don't understand. You're trying to upload a picture. It's telling you it's not the right size or format, and it's telling you these letters, these acronyms you don't understand. It could be a JPEG or a GIF or a ping, or you don't know what it's telling you. That's what I'm here for. I'm your web geek. I want you to know that I'm here for you, and I'm here to answer any of those questions you have. So bring them to me, guys. Bring them right in here to our Facebook group. Ask me those questions, and I'm gonna answer any and every question I can. If I don't know, our community is going to know. We're going to work together to get you that answer, okay? So bring me any questions you have. What are you struggling with? We're going to make it happen together. My business is serving your business. Keep on the lookout for your golden nugget. In every show, you will find a golden nugget. How do I know this? Because it's just the way our brains work. In fact, you'll get a different golden nugget every time you listen or watch the show. Again, just the way our brains work. You are in a different place than you were 30 seconds ago, than you were a week ago. So if you come back and consume this material over and over again in these different ways, I've intentionally set it up for you to be live in the Facebook group and then watch it later on YouTube and then listen later as a podcast. If you do it in those 3 different ways, you will get 3 different levels of education and ideas. And I would love for you to come back and say, I was listening to it as CJ. I was listening to it as a podcast. I'd already heard it 3 times. You said something about email marketing, and I started thinking about how I could do this with the other thing and this thing and make this happen. And I would love to hear those stories. So come back and tell me. I'm going to do my best to babble for a few minutes about websites and marketing and stuff. And hopefully that's going to trigger something in your mind and you're going to get a great idea. So leave me a comment in Facebook, on YouTube, tweet me. Send me an email and let me know that this show is helping you, because that's the entire reason that I'm doing it. If it's not going to help you, if it's not going to help people here in our audience, I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't need to talk for me talking. I hear myself talk enough, right? No one needs that. But if it can help you with something that you're dealing with, that's why I'm here. So please let me know. Let me know the questions that you have, and then let me know the solutions that you're getting, the ideas that you're getting, because this is the way our brain works. And I'm excited that something that I say about subject A is going to trigger a thought in your brain. It might be related, it might not even be related, but you're going to get another great bonus idea out of it. And that's the thing I want you to come back and tell me. What was that golden nugget for you? And that'll be really exciting to hear. Here's a suggestion. Grab a sheet of paper so you can take some notes. Probably won't have a whole lot of notes for you in today's show because I know what's in it, but there may still be those couple golden nuggets that you'll get. So draw a line right down the middle of the page. I always say label the left side notes and the right side actions. That way you can have one place to take your notes as we're going through, but then you can have that right side where you can write down those action steps that you want to really make sure that you're taking later. And then make sure to star those golden nuggets. Be on the lookout for those golden nuggets, and you will get them. As always, Ask a WebGeek is sponsored by a couple wonderful people, websites, and resources, and I want to just mention one last time my speaking coach and mentor, because she has an event coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend in Irvine, California. It runs from October 4th through 6th. It's a Friday through Sunday event, and it is called the $1 Million Speaker Summit. Your message matters. You have a message that only you can share to people who can only hear it from you. And RV teaches us how to speak, first of all, to help our business. You know, that's the entry point. It starts because we want to grow our business, and so we're using public speaking as a platform to grow our business and reach more people. But here's what happens. As you're doing that, you're going to be impacting people's lives, and you're going to be saving them time, grief, heartache. As you share your message, you're impacting others and their lives and their businesses. RV teaches us that your message could save someone's life. It could save their business. It could even save their soul. So don't hold yourself back. Don't listen to those lies from the enemy in the back of your brain, but instead take action and get your words out there, because your words matter and your message matters. I've got a special link for you to check out what she's doing, mdss.gilbertstudios.com. MDSS. That stands for $1 Million Speaker Summit. MDSS.gilbertstudios.com. That is my affiliate link. It is coded to me, so RV will know that you came from my show. And I just encourage you to go check out what she's doing. This is an amazing price for an amazing 4 days of training, and I know you will not be disappointed. It's in Irvine, California, the weekend of October the 4th through the 6th, and you will not be disappointed at this fantastic event. So please do check out mdss.gilbertstudios.com and check that out. Sign up now because we're in the, I don't know when you'll hear this, but we're in the final few days before that event is closed for registration. I also want to encourage you to start your day right. This is my other mentor. This is my sales coach, Eric Lofholm. And I just want to tell you one more time, if you haven't heard me say this before, he does a 15-minute call every morning to help you get fired up and put yourself in the mindset of success. Over the last today is the 25th of September, and all of this month, we've been going through Napoleon Hill's success principles. There are 17 principles of success that Napoleon Hill not created, but curated for us and presented to us in his books and material. And so Eric has been presenting those to us all of this month, and you can not miss a single moment if you jump in right now and go check out those calls. They're all recorded, so you don't have to miss a single one of them. You can find all that information out at amcall.gilbertstudios.com. That's amcall.gilbertstudios.com. And just to make sure you're hearing me correctly, AM, like the letters AM, like it's morning time, like it's 9:30 a.m., amcall.gilbertstudios.com. That's also an affiliate link so that Eric will know you came from my show. But this is a totally free call. You'll go to amcall.gilbertstudios.com, give him your email address, and then he'll send you all the ways that you can consume the show. You'll get the phone number, you'll get the access code so you can join the live call every morning at 7:45 a.m. And you'll also get the podcast website. So whether you're on the call live or you can't make it or whatever, you can always go to the website and listen to the episodes that you missed. And then there's also a bonus video that's typically posted with that, and you can click that link and watch the bonus material. So that's what I do. I'm on the call live every morning at 7:45, but there's a couple days during the week that I can't be on the live call because of other meetings that I'm in. So on those days, I make sure to check out the website and get every single call. All the information is there. So once again, this series that we've gone through, the 17 Principles of Success, really, really interesting, really good stuff. So I encourage you to go to this link, sign up for the call, and then when you get that link to the podcast player, you're going to want to go back to September 3rd, I believe, is the date that we started. It's labeled. They're all titled what they are. So if you just go backward in time, scroll down and click older links so you can find the call from September 3rd. That's principle number 1. That's where it starts. And you'll be able to go through those and get all 17 principles. It's been really amazing. So check it out. amcall.gilbertstudios.com. And finally, our show is always sponsored by my free video workshop. This is a free video workshop. I offer it to you as my gift. In fact, if you're in business, which I bet you are because that's probably the reason you're listening to me, I want you to feel free to offer this to your clients as a gift. If your business serves other people's businesses, like mine does, feel free to give this to one of your customers, to your client base, as a gift from you. And you can just send them to mywebsitesafari.com. Say, hey, I found this free resource. It's from this guy I know, this web guy. His name's CJ Gilbert, and he's a web developer, and he put together this free course so you could get some ideas of how to make your website work better for your business. It's totally free, so go check it out, mywebsitesafari.com. Give that away as a gift from your business, and I totally give you full right and permission to do that. Right now, I, CJ Gilbert, hereby give you, my faithful listener, the ability to give away my free course as a gift from you, mywebsitesafari.com. So let them know that I personally invited you to give that to them as a gift. mywebsitesafari.com. It's 7 videos. Each one is less than 10 minutes, and it just allows you to improve a piece of your website one bite at a time. And the secret is, while we're improving your website, we're actually improving your business. It's fascinating. It's a whole system. I'm going to teach you, hey, let's improve your website in these ways. And we're going to step through the process. And then at the end, I'm going to say, surprise, you've improved your business. Now go back to the start and do it again, because it's an incline. And even though you keep working on improving the same areas over and over again, when you reach it the next time around, you're at a different place and you'll find different things to improve. It's a never-ending process. Never-ending constant improvement is what I encourage you to do in your life and your business. And I know you will, because you're here with me this morning and you're watching this dumb guy right here talk about websites and marketing. Buckle up, stay hydrated, make sure you've got your drink. I do have a featured topic I want to go over with you this morning, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about the kinds of questions that we can answer in the show and invite your feedback at that time. How are we doing, studio audience? Let me check and see if there's any questions from you before we move on. I do have my live Facebook community down here. Got my coffee. Gary the gorilla will be watching your comments and let me know if anyone has anything to say. No, there's no comments. Okay, my 4-year-old's up, so we'll get his comments in the background. Nothing I can do about that. This is a live show. I'm a work from home dad, you guys. Hashtag work from home dad. So you'll hear that. All right. What's next? We're here for our featured topic of the week. Now, I picked a topic that kind of segues into the things we've been talking about the last couple shows. We've been talking about ways to promote your business online, but also offline. And one of the ways that I promote my business offline, and I've met some absolutely amazing people and built an amazing community of business owners and entrepreneurs through doing one thing: business networking. Here I am at one of the many networking groups that I go to, and I want to talk to you for just a few minutes this morning about business networking and how you can use networking to grow your business. By the way, I wrote a blog article about this, and you can find this on my blog, gilbertstudios.com/blog. In fact, we'll take a field trip over to the website in a minute to show you exactly where that is and how you can get to it quickly. But I wanted to give you a couple of the topics, a couple of the ideas from my article. Business networking. This is an incredible way to grow your business. So let me talk to you about just a couple key points. The first point I want to talk about is giver's gain. By the way, a lot of this material comes from Dr. Ivan Misner, who is the founder of BNI, and that is a networking group that is all over the world. BNI stands for Business Networking International, I believe it stands for that. And Dr. Ivan Misner is the founder of that group and writes a lot about networking and the principles of growing your business through networking. So I'm going to share just a couple ideas from Dr. Misner this morning, ideas I've learned through networking, and hopefully it'll help you in your business. The first concept is giver's gain. Of course you want to grow your own business. That's the whole reason that we're doing this whole marketing thing, right? And yet the best way to do so is to look for opportunities to help other people. And this is really a win-win situation, because as you are on the lookout for other people to get referrals and introductions to other professionals, they're on the lookout for referrals for you. We can help each other grow. What's that phrase? A rising tide lifts all ships, or something like that. Studio audience, feel free to correct my colloquialisms. I don't always have the right phrasing on those things. Hi, Janara. Glad you're here with us this morning. I'm glad you made it. And I love this quote from Zig Ziglar. You will get all you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. you know what? I don't have everything that I want in life yet. And so that means I haven't helped enough other people yet. And that's why I'm here doing this show, is to help you. What questions do you have? How can we help you? How can my community help you? Do you need to meet do you need to meet a professional of some kind? I bet I've met him or her through my networking, and I'd love to introduce you. I know a lot of amazing people. So givers gain. Be on the lookout for those other people. Look for opportunities to give and support other people and other professionals. And as you do that from a genuine, real place, they're going to be doing it back for you. And those referrals will be coming in too. And that's a beautiful synergistic thing that happens. Givers gain. Warning. It's not just about you. Often Doug in one of our networking meetings does this illustration where he talks about the Seagull networker who comes into a networking group and they fly around the room and they dump their stuff all over people. They're throwing their business cards around the room and they fly away. And all they're looking to do is just dump all their stuff on people and leave again. And that's not what we're talking about here. We are not talking about swooping into a room and handing everyone a business card and swooping away again. We are here to build real relationships with people. And as we invest our time into those other people, it comes back to us in the form of referrals and relationships and introductions. It's not a mindset of, I'm meeting this one person in this room and I want to sell my thing to this one person right now. It is instead the concept of, I want to build a relationship with this one person in this room. And as I do that, as I get to know them and as we get to learn more about each other and how we help each other, that person is going to be out in the world meeting other people. And when they come across someone that needs a website guy, they're going to think of CJ. They're going to think of this amazing guy they've met who's always helping them in their business and always looking to introduce people. And that's how it comes back to me. So as I look to pour into the lives of the people that I meet and I build those relationships, it's going to come back my way. So I want to encourage you to take that same approach, take that same mindset, go into networking groups looking for ways that you can impact the lives of the people in that room, and just know, not from a place of expectation, but just a place of confidence that you know that as you give into other people, they'll give back to you. Garrison says correct on that comment. I want to talk to you about another principle that Dr. Misner teaches us. It's called VCP, and this stands for visibility, credibility, profitability. And this is a process, the VCP process. And the concept is, when you first go into a room of people and you don't know anybody, you are invisible. No one knows you. You're invisible. So your first goal in that moment is to move from invisibility to visibility. So they don't know you, now they do know you. The idea is you can't jump right from no one knows you to all the way over here, you're doing business with everyone and you're extremely profitable. It doesn't work like that. You've got to go through these steps along the way. So first you move from nothing to visibility. Now they see you. Now they know who you are. The next thing that you're developing is credibility. So after they get to see you and know you and you have that visibility, now you're developing credibility with them. They get to know you and how you work and how you operate. And if you truly do know the things that you say you know and that you're representing to them, you're developing credibility. So you're moving from visibility to credibility. And after you've established that credibility, after people know you and trust you, then you move into that final stage, which is profitability. And keep in mind that you are in one of these places with everybody that you meet everywhere you are all the time. So when you first meet someone and they don't know you and you don't know them, you've moved from invisibility to visibility. And then as you get to know them and develop that relationship, that's where you're building up credibility. And as those referrals come in, they think of you. Now you've reached profitability. This is called the VCP process. And it's a great mindset to understand. We don't want to fly into a room and dump our cards on people expecting that that's going to, boom, jump us to profitability. Oh, this guy that just handed me 6 business cards, I want to give him all the business. And it doesn't work like that, right? You've got to build a relationship. If someone is going to introduce me to someone in their network, they've got to trust me, because it's a little piece of them that they're giving away when they make an introduction. So they've got to know that I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to take care of that person that they refer to me, because that's part of their reputation. So you've got to develop that credibility before you can receive those referrals. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, studio audience, how I'm presenting this? Let me know if you have anything else to add. All these people down here in the group with me are amazing professionals. On the call with me right now, we've got Garrison, Betty, Janara. These are 3 amazing people that I've met through networking, and now they're part of my lives. And now we're becoming friends, and now we're hanging out outside, and we're doing business together. And this is an amazing process, and this is how it works. So VCP teaches us about that. Real quick, there's 2 kinds of networking groups. And I just jumped the slide, so let's go back to the slide I want. It's this one. There's 2 kinds of networking groups that you can look for to get involved. There's exclusive groups and non-exclusive groups. So exclusive groups are those that only allow 1 person per category. 1 person per business category. I was talking about Dr. Misner's group, BNI, probably one of the most famous exclusive networking groups. There's multiple chapters around a city, and you'll find the right chapter that you can plug into, and they only allow 1 person per category. Now, oftentimes, they're not doing that to exclude more people, but instead to increase the amount of referrals that 1 person will receive for that type of business. Now, what you'll find is that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll only have 1 attorney in the group. What that typically means is that they'll create slots, like there might be a family attorney and a business attorney and a probate attorney. They might allow a commercial insurance broker, residential insurance broker. So there might still be a couple people from a couple industries that are still in the group, but they've chosen a lane. They've picked a niche that they can represent in that group. So that still allows multiple people in a profession to join the group, but they have a singular focus. Does that make sense? So you absolutely should join an exclusive group. And typically, there are exceptions. There are groups that have exceptions. But the biggest rule usually is you can only be part of 1 exclusive group, because typically the rules of that club say you can only be a part of that 1 exclusive group, because they want you to give referrals to that 1 people. And that makes sense. That makes sense to me. So I say join 1 exclusive group and pick the one that's going to fit you the best. Tour a couple of them. The group that I'm involved with, by the way, if you're anywhere near San Diego, if you're anywhere near East County, San Diego, I'm part of a group called East County Referrals. We meet every Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. in El Cajon for a 1-hour breakfast meeting, and I would love for you to come be my guest. Send me an email, cj@askawebgeek.com. I would love to tell you more details about that. You can come be my guest at one of the meetings and see how we operate, but I encourage you to be a guest at several clubs. Find the one that you're going to fit with the people. Even chapters within one organization will still have a different flavor based on the people that make up that chapter. So try a couple of them. All you can do is try. I recommend that you give it a try. So try a couple groups out and see which one you fit the best in, and then join that group. That's going to be your exclusive group. Also, I believe you should also be a member of several non-exclusive groups. So I'll give a shout out to a couple of the non-exclusive groups that I'm a part of. One of them is called Exceptional Entrepreneurs. The amazing people that I'm talking to right now down here in the chat window, I've met all of them through Exceptional Entrepreneurs. We meet every Friday at 11:30 a.m. in Mission Valley at a Denny's, and it is an amazing group of people, and that's where a lot of these principles that I'm I'm teaching you this morning have come from, is from learning how these networking groups operate and the best way to build those relationships to generate those referrals. So check it out. You should visit as many groups as you can. You'll probably only be able to join one exclusive group, but then you'll also be able to join several non-exclusive groups. So I want to encourage you to check those out and find out what's available near you. Here's a couple places you can go to look for those kind of groups. You can check them out on Meetup, Eventbrite, and Facebook. Facebook has an events section, and so whatever platform you choose, Meetup is probably the #1 popular place to look for these. Go to meetup.com, and there may even be a button you can click to look for business networking, or just type in networking or business networking. And Meetup will tell you about all the groups that are near you. Also, a lot of these groups use Eventbrite for registration purposes, and I believe you can also search on Eventbrite for these type of groups. And then finally, Facebook has their own event section, and sometimes that's used by people or not. So feel free to look at any of those platforms to find a group near you. And finally, I want you to learn more about this project, about this post. I have an article about this on my blog, gilbertstudios.com/blog. And let's take a field trip over there right now so I can show you the fastest way to get there. Let me pull up my browser window. Okay, now you can see it. Now I need to see it. Here it is. Here's our AskAWebGeek website, by the way. Click that blue button and subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to go over here to my website, gilbertstudios.com, and you can go to gilbertstudios.com/blog. There's also a link to the blog right here under the info button. The first link down is blog, but I want to show you, if you come to the home page and you scroll down past these testimonials, see this black bar right here? This first article right here, popular blog posts. This first article is Introduction to Business Networking. So that's the one I want you to go read if you want to learn more about business networking. I've got 2 links for you to check out. Introduction to Business Networking is this first one, and then the one nope, not that one. Here we go. And then the one right below it, Business Networking in San Diego, talks more about the groups that I like and I attend frequently here in San Diego. So check out both of those articles so you can learn more about business networking and about the business networking opportunities specifically here in San Diego. Studio audience, anything to chime in and add about networking, business networking in San Diego, or just about business networking in general? Let me know if you have any comments to add on to that. Otherwise, I'm going to finish up the show over here, okay? You can go to my website, gilbertstudios.com, to check out those articles. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Alrighty, well now it is time to Ask a Web Geek. This is the time of the show where I answer any questions that you have on websites, marketing, email campaigns, online tools and technology. If there's something that's holding you back in your business, if there's a tool you need to learn more about, let me know what that is. Let me know how I can help you. Don't let something hold you back. If there is a step you know you need to be taking in your business, let's take it together. If you're having a hard time with something, it's just not working out the way you want it to, or you've got a question, please let me know how I can help you. That's what I'm here to do. Check out our Facebook group for all these amazing conversations that are already taking place. We are talking about people's favorite customer relationship management tools, or CRMs, or project management tools. Melissa is asking a question about PR web or similar services. Peter asked a question about great ideas that we have. Do you have any good ideas, books, resources that he can use or others can use? What are relatively cheap things that business owners and independent professionals can do to gain greater exposure and reach in their local areas and beyond? If you've got any answers for these people asking these questions, come to our Facebook group and check that out, AskAWebGeek on Facebook. Find these questions and jump in with your answers. Feel free to check out what everyone else has been answering. Really great, amazing ideas that are there. and then chime in with your own, would you please? This is the part of the show right here where I would feature your question. What can we help you with? What do you need to learn more about? Surprise, I don't have any answers for you this week. I don't have any questions that was asked this week. So this is the part of the show right here where I would have your question on the screen and I would answer it live. Let me give you a couple examples of what that might look like. And if you need help with any of the things that I'm about to say in any way, please ask me. There is no such thing as a stupid question, especially when it comes to the internet, especially when it comes to computers and technology. This is something that creates a lot of anxiety for people. They know that they need to use these tools for their business, but there's something about it that makes them unsure. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to click. They try to do something and it frustrates them and they just quit it and go do something else. So if that's you, if you're struggling with something, ask me. Let me know how I can help you. We'll solve it right here on the show. If I can, I'll log into your website right now and fix a problem that you're having. I'll do it live on the show. This is your time. I am offering you this free hour to do whatever you want in it, whatever you want to solve on your website. We'll do it. If you want us to log into your website, fix a problem, fix a plugin, update something, change something, HTML code, CSS, this is my world, guys. This is the language I speak. I speak geek and I speak normal human, and I'm willing to translate for you. So if you're having a technology related, especially website or internet related question, ask me for help. I want to help you. We'll do it live on the show. We'll fix it right now. I don't have any problem jumping into your website right now and fixing a problem. So this is the time that we would do it. But it could be something else. It could be about social media. You may not know where to get started. You may not know what to do with your social media channels. This is the time. This is the place for you to ask those questions, and I'll help you in any way I possibly can. It could be about websites. It could be about marketing in general. It could be about email marketing. Are you using an email marketing campaign for your business? Do you have an opt-in form somewhere on your website? Do you have a free thing that you're giving away with that opt-in campaign? Do you have that all set up in an automated sequence? Do you need any of those pieces? That's my wheelhouse. That's the exact kind of thing that I can help you set up your email list, set up your opt-in form, set up your welcome email, schedule a couple automated emails. If you want an example of how that works, go to my website, safari.com, and sign up for my free video course. That's a perfect example. You come to a landing page, you plug in your email, it sends you an email that says, is this really you? Did you really want to get this email from CJ? And then you click, yes, this is really me, and I really do want to hear from CJ. Then you're going to get another email that says, great, welcome to the show. Click here and watch episode number 1. And then there's several other emails in a sequence. I set it up. It can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. I typically make things slightly more complicated than they need to be for myself, but for you, we can make it as simple as you need it to be. So I added just a teeny bit of complexity in my opt-in because I'm giving people the choice. Do you want to get these emails from me? There's 7 videos, there's 7 emails. Do you want one of those every day? Or do you want one every 3 days? I'm offering that as a choice so that you can either go through, man, you could sit down and go through this whole program in one shot in one day. Boom. If that's you, do it. If you're like most people, you might need to spread it out over some time. So do you want to spread it out over a week? Then pick the 1-day option and you'll get a new email every day from me with the next video. Do you need more time than that? Then pick the 3-day option and you're going to get one of those emails every 3 days. So that spreads it out over a 21-day period. You'll have 3 weeks to go through the material. Whatever way you choose, consume those videos in bite-sized chunks. And this is also a great illustration of how this email marketing thing works. I, as a business owner, don't have to do a single thing more. Now that that system is all set up in place, you, my new friend on the internet, can go to my website, safari.com, plug in your email, hit go, and my system is going to take care of all of those details for us. I don't have to do another thing because we set it up one time. This is the power of the internet. This is the power of what's possible with these online tools. We can take energy and do something one time and then have it do things for us over and over and over and over again. That's what I want your website to do. I want you to think of your website like a tool, like an employee in your business that's working for you 24 hours a day. Your email marketing can do the same thing. You can sign up for my video course 24 hours a day, 2 a.m. in the morning. You go sign up for that. You're going to get an email from CJ that says, welcome to the course. Let's get started. Here's video number 1, because it's already set up and ready for you. And I, as a business owner, don't have to do anything further to keep that going. So that's a great example of how email marketing works and how it might be able to support you. So how can we do that in your business? What can we set up? What systems can we put in place that's going to save you time and it's going to magnify your efforts? So it could be about websites, marketing, email campaigns. It could be about social media. You don't know which platform to use. You don't know what the right tools are. You tell yourself the story. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. What is the thing that you're telling yourself this week? I don't have time. I don't have time. Listen for your brain or your mouth saying that thing to you this week. I don't have time. If you hear yourself say that, tell me what it is that you're saying that about. Because if it's something we can fix and either set up a system to take care of it for you, or it's a problem, it's a hump we can get you over and get you on to the next thing, I'm absolutely going to do that for you. So this is the time of the show where we invite your questions. We answer those questions. We take as long or as little as we need to take. If we need to do multiple shows, whatever we need to do to fix that problem for you, we're going to do it. Okay. So studio audience, anything to add? Let's check in. Garrison's talking about networking. He says, invest in the networking relationships and it will create dividends in return. That's great. Absolutely true. As we invest in those relationships, it will create dividends. And that's what I want to do here with you live on the program. I want to invest into you. I want to invest into your business. I know that if you're struggling with some step, there's some vine that keeps pulling you back in the jungle. There's some trap that you keep tripping over. Let me get you around it, through it, over it, under it, whatever we have to do to get you around that situation and get you moving forward. And if I can help you in that one thing, I know it's going to help your business grow. And you'll tell more people and they'll come to the show and everyone will get more help. I truly believe that my business is to help your business. That's the entire reason I'm here. So let me know how I can do that for you. I don't want to keep you too long. This show went longer than I expected it to, but I had a lot of great stuff to share with you. The format of the show, the content of the show will change and adjust based on the questions that you're asking. The more questions you ask me, the more time we'll spend answering those questions and the less time I'll spend talking about whatever comes to my mind. So today was all about networking. So that's what we spent most of our time talking about today. But if you had a question, I would have spent time in this call answering your question. A couple reminders for you. Ask a Web Geek is sponsored this week by the $1 Million Speaker Summit, RV Robinson's amazing upcoming program, not this weekend, but next weekend, October 4th through 6th in Irvine, California. If you can get yourself to Southern California, October 4th through 6th, you will not be disappointed to attend this amazing event. Check out all the details. Use my link, mdss.gilbertstudios.com. That stands for $1 Million Speaker Summit, mdss.gilbertstudios.com. Invest in yourself. Use this tool of public speaking to amplify, create a new platform, amplify your message, and reach even more people. And also, make sure to check out what Eric is doing. Every morning, he does this amazing motivational call, amcall.gilbertstudios.com. That will get you all the info, amcall.gilbertstudios.com. AM stands for AM, the morning time, like it's 10 a.m., amcall.gilbertstudios.com. So check that out. This is a free resource. Pop your email address in there and you'll get all the links and details sent right to you. The phone number, the access code, the website to check it out later, all that will be delivered right to your inbox. So you have that forever. And finally, please do check out my free video workshop, 5 Keys to Unlock the Profit Hidden in Your Website. You can find this at mywebsitesafari.com. Mywebsitesafari.com. Check it out. This information is going to help you boost your business, reach more people, attract more people to you, make more sales as they get to know you, and improve your customer service. An amazing hidden thing, really often overlooked, but a website can improve your customer service. It can answer questions that people are asking you and save you time on the phone and more. So check all that out at mywebsitesafari.com. Also, it's a great example of how an email system can be set up in advance one time and continue to work for you over and over again. mywebsitesafari.com. All the links and details to our show are at our website, AskAWebGeek.com. We invite you to come to the website, click on the links, click around. All the shows are posted there. Hi, Katrin. Thanks for joining us. We're just wrapping up the call. Glad that you're here with us this morning. You can go to AskAWebGeek.com to jump into our Facebook group, ask your questions, jump over to YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, find us on Twitter. You can tweet along with the show. You can tweet me any questions that you have to Twitter. And finally, it's a podcast. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Do you have an iPhone or an iPad? Are you an Apple user? I would love it if you'd subscribe to our show on formerly iTunes, but now it's called Apple Podcasts. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Leave me a 4 or 5 star review. I would love your 5-star review because that helps boost the show in that Apple world. You see, any place that you can come to the show, wherever you can participate, it helps other people find the show in that space. So if you can come to our Facebook group, join us, ask your questions there, and then invite your friends to come join the Facebook group. That helps us grow on Facebook. If you jump over to YouTube and you subscribe on YouTube, if you leave me a comment underneath the YouTube videos, that helps us grow on YouTube and reach more of the people that are in the YouTube world. And finally, if you're a podcast user and you can come over to Apple or Google Podcasts, subscribe to the show, review, and leave a comment there, that helps us grow on those platforms. On Apple Podcasts. Apple Podcasts is the #1 podcast player software service in the world. So I would very much appreciate your support there. So come to Apple Podcasts and subscribe to the show and leave a comment, leave a review. I would really appreciate you doing that. It'll help the show grow. All of those links, all of those details right here at our website, AskAWebGeek.com. Thank you so much for your time and attention this morning. I'm so glad that you made it here with us this morning. Let me know what questions you have. Let me know how I can help you as this week goes on. You have all of those methods that you can use to send me those questions. Drop it in our Facebook group, leave a comment on Twitter, tweet me, leave a comment somewhere underneath a podcast. I may or may not see that one though. Finally, you can just email me directly, cj@askawebgeek.com. Thank you so much for your time and attention. You know, at Gilbert Studios, we understand the internet is a jungle. It's too easy to get lost and be headed down the wrong path, fall into hidden traps that you never even saw coming. You need a well-trained guide. You need a community of people that can help you, a village, lead you through the jungle, work together as a unit, as a tribe. And that's what we're doing together in the AskAWebGeek group. So come join our tribe, come join our community, and you and everyone else can be behind this tour guide right here, this safari guide, as we hack our way through the jungle and we get you where you need to go. Your business can reach more people. You can do better business. We can make your website better. We can make your marketing better. We can improve, we can enhance your results. We can magnify your results with these amazing tools and technologies that are available. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Thanks for your time and attention. Really appreciate you. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know how we can support you in the internet jungle, in your business today. We really appreciate your time and attention. Have a wonderful week. Happy Website Wednesday. Finish this week strong, and let me know how I can support you and help you do that. Have a really great week. See you next time on the show. God bless. See you next week. I wish every one of you would subscribe to YouTube. Please, pretty please. Alexa, play the Ask a Web Geek podcast.